Good day, my dear grade 8 students. In this lesson, we are going to learn, or should I say recall, the laws of exponents and the processes of multiplying polynomials. I'll be showing some examples and different processes, and please pay attention so that you will be able to understand the lesson clearly. Let's start with product of powers. Here, as you can see, the bases are the same. So if that's the case, all you have to do is to take a look at the exponents and you're just going to add the exponents and copy the common base. Let's have an example. Let's say for example, we have m raised to 3 multiplied by m to the power of 4. So as you observe, they have the same base. So we will just copy their common bases and then you just add the exponent, 3 plus 4, and that is 7. So the answer here is m raised to the power of 7. Let's have another example. This time, we are going to include numerical coefficient. So for example, we have 5a to the power of 4 multiplied by 2a to the 8th power. So first, what we have to do is to multiply both the numerical coefficients. So we have 5 times 2, and that is 10. And then you have to copy their common bases, which is a. Then you just add the exponents 4 and 8, and we'll get 12. So therefore, the final answer would be 10a to the power of 12. Let's have the second law of exponent, the power of a power. If a given variable raised to an exponent raised to another exponent, all you have to do is to copy the base and then you have to multiply the exponents, or a power multiplied to another power. Let's have an example. Let's say for example, we have b raised to the power of 4 raised to the power of 3. So what we have to do is just copy the base and then multiply the two powers. So 4 times 3, and that would be 12. Therefore, the final answer is b raised to the power of 12. The third law is the power of a product. It is somewhat related to the second law. Okay, as you can see, we have here letter A, which represents the numerical coefficient. So therefore, all we have to do, if we are going to encounter an example like this, all we have to do is to distribute the exponent to each of the given, to the numerical coefficient as well as to the variable. So we have here a raised to m, x raised to m. Let's have an example. Let's say for example, we have here 5m raised to the power of 2. So what we have to do here is to distribute the power or the exponent. So we'll have 5 squared m squared. Now let's have to simplify this. 5 squared is 5 times 5, and that is 25 m squared. So this is the final answer. Now, let's have the process of multiplying polynomials. First, as you have read in the module, in multiplying polynomials, all we have to do is to distribute the term here to each of the terms inside the parentheses. So let's start. First, let's multiply 6x times 2x squared. So we have 6 times 2 is 12. X times x squared is x. We have here one exponent, so we have to add the exponents, and that's 3. Then, let's also distribute here. Multiply 6x times 3x, and that is 6 times 3 is 18. X times x is x. We have here 1 here. We have here 1. All you have to do is to add their exponents. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And then lastly, distribute also here you multiply 6x times 4y. 6 times 4 is 24. Since we have here minus, all you have to do is to copy the operation. And then, x times y is xy. So therefore, in multiplying polynomials, you just do the distributive property and that would be the final answer. This time, we are going to multiply binomial by another binomial. If you can still recall, this is what we call FOIL method, so we will be applying it here. So, we have the first term. Okay, F stands for the first term. So, what are the first term? Here are the first terms. We have x and 3x. Let's multiply. X times 3x is equal to, that's correct, 3x squared. Then, O. O stands for the outer term. So we have here x and 2. X times 2 is 2x. Then, I. I stands for the inner term. So we have here negative 1 and 3x. So negative 1 times 3x is equal to negative 3x. And lastly, we have here letter L, which stands for the last term. So we have here 1, negative 1, and the positive 2. If we're going to multiply negative 1 and positive 2, the answer would be, you're correct, that is negative 2 because they have different sign. So now, let us simplify it. How to simplify? We just need to combine the terms that are the same. How can we say that the terms are the same? If they have the same variable and of course, the same exponents. Okay? So here, 3x squared, we just copy, and then these terms are the same, so we will combine them. What is positive 2x minus 3x? They have different signs, so what we need to do is subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 3 is higher than 2 and the sign of 3 is negative, so just follow its sign. So we have here 1 and then copy their common variable, which is x. Or simply, you just write x and remove the numerical coefficient 1. It's just the same. And then copy the last term, which is negative 2. So this is now the final answer.